Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and people of all binaries, I'm Wolfgang Wilcox, your friend from the UK, welcoming you back to Not for Broadcast the Timeloop, where we are about to enter Universe 3TA. Free TA. Huh.
This is lovely.
This way, please. This is Jeremy.
Welcome. Delightful to meet you. Jeremy Donaldson.
Dr. Charles Magnus.
Chester Mims.
Okay.
324. My favourite Guangons are Garglax, Kitakil, and Peng.
Fascinating. Shall we?
In a world of
Oh,
ultimate
yeah.
happiness,
This is
for
excellent.
what purpose is the machine?
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Robo Jetty. Brilliant. This is the future then.
It's the present, Colin. Are you feeling all right? Do you need to visit the bliss space?
Bliss space? How much that cost?
You're so funny.
Where is the bliss space?
Same place it's always been.
Should be more helpful as a human.
Don't be technophobic, please, Colin. The uploaded are just as human as everyone else.
Is everyone in the future this sickeningly nice?
I guess we'll find that out tomorrow.
So not in the next 5 minutes or...
Colin, you brighten my day, and I love you.
Right. That's new.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught up at the House of Sensation.
No apology required. You're here on time. This is Dr. Charles Magnus. And this,
Chester Mims, 324. My favourite...
10 seconds.
I'll kiss you later.
No need. I'm not much of one for formalities.
5, 4, 3.
good evening, friends. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. It's another beautiful day.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March in the year 3751, and this is a galaxy-wide broadcast on Interstellar Wave Range 1.
Humanity, as we know it today, is of course lovely.
War, inequality, sickness, crime, and death. These have long been just story beats in cautionary tales we tell our infant clones.
But let us never forget that in our primitive past, these are accepted as inescapable parts of everyday life.
And tonight, according to our guests, we will all be able to experience a long-forgotten sensation thanks to this, their despondency device.
Thought that's where this was
friends,
going.
with love, to
The Night of Tears.
Back.
Oh, Jenny, you look lovely. New wheels.
Temporary. I should get my body back next week. There was a hold-up. Apparently it's still only 7 years old, but it'll be back for next Giving's Day.
Oh, same one.
Pretty much. A bit taller this time, I hope.
How long does Find Mine need?
No more than a minute.
Wonderful. This gives us all a little time to get to know each other before the experiment.
Are you scared?
I don't know. What does that feel like?
10 seconds.
I don't know.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome, friends, with love, to the Night of Tears.
In just a few minutes, the impressive machine next to me will be activated. But before that, let's all adore the man behind the misery, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Hello.
So, Dr. Magnus, if your experiment works, and I, for one, believe that it will, tonight, for the first time in more than a millennium, human beings within range will experience what the history books have called sadness. Is that correct?
You are indeed absolutely correct. By analyzing the surviving musical compositions and the literary works from before the fall, we believe we can artificially induce this long-forgotten sensation, or at least something close to it, dissatisfaction, angst, or ennui.
I've got to confess, I'm a little scared, Dr. Magnus.
Oh, there's really no need to be afraid. We've set up the machine to automatically switch off after an hour, in case we become so sad we can't lift up our arms.
Goodness, can sadness do that?
No one remembers, Megan. That's what makes this project so exciting.
And you are Dr. Magnus's assistant.
Chester Mims, 324. My preferred atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% other stuff.
Exactly how sad will your device make us, Dr. Magnus? I've heard legends that sadness can drive people to harm themselves, or write poetry, or become estate agents.
Oh no. Thanks to the sterling work by Dolores and the Atimid emotional resonance, we've been able to develop harmonic lineages that will keep sadness levels to no more than a quiet, contemplative weep.
Yes, I hear you've had a huge team working on this. Is there anyone else you'd like to single out for love at this time?
It would be remiss of me not to thank Doris and all of the staff at Metaversal Stability, and of course, Diana and the fine minds in variational linguistics.
Don't forget about Doreen.
Of course, Doreen in temporal attunement and a team of child geniuses. Is there anyone else?
Daisy in televisual variants.
You think? Oh, why not? Yes. Thank you to Daisy in televisual variants.
How many people worked on this project?
Hundreds.
Thousands, possibly.
And it all culminates in this live test.
But first, a message from the fine mind.
Good evening, friends. With love. It has been calculated that tonight's experiment has a 90.1% probability of success. Those who take part will experience emotions they may find uncomfortable. To opt out from the experiment, please set your dwelling's harmonic filtration frequency to 540. The experiment is scheduled to last 120 minutes. The fine mind will be monitoring carefully and will be able to abort the experiment within 15.2 nanoseconds of an error being detected. You are safe and you are protected. The fine mind loves you and you love each other. All is well. And to those of you choosing to take the journey this evening into your own consciousness, the fine mind wishes you an enlighteningly miserable experience. Safe travels with love.
Well, final checks are being carried out by Mr. Mintz, and I think we're just about ready to go. Excited, Dr. Magnus?
Yes, I think I am. But hopefully soon I will be utterly miserable.
Indeed. On that, as on absolutely everything else, we can all agree.
Let's push that button and see if we can't stop enjoying our perfect lives. Chester.
Of course. And with love.
Well, bloody done, Winston. We've done it. I've got her details now, and I've added it to the Rolodex. You can call Professor Dolores Klein for the next loop whenever you're ready. Or you could keep exploring other universes, I suppose.
Yes, well, there is only one left. Universe 3VL. So let's have a look. Oh, a pirate world! I'm so glad I checked.
To alarm you, but I think I'm moving. And I don't feel good.
I told thee 1,000 times, Chester. It'd be the number of blind dates I've been on when they all turned out to be mermaids, followed by the number of pox on me left arm, before the hook, that is. The date me childhood sweetheart married the second mate, the age a ship's cat was when it got drowned, the number of conversations I've had with the Pirate King, and the exact time I made me mar walk that plank. You better stop remembering or I'll find something you do.
Yes, Captain Magnus. Sorry, Captain Magnus.
Right, you sit yourself there, they'll be with you when they're ready.
Fuck off, Chester. Not you.
Yarr.
Best be leaving that alone, Colin.
Oh, I like this. This could be fun.
We're not in the business of fun, boy. We're in the business of telling people what's what and getting booty while we do. Yo-ho!
Yo-ho!
Okay. Let's not push it too far, though. Might get old a bit quick, this one.
What? Is Colin getting old?
Oh, blast if I know. Boy's got naught but empty sails on top his shoulders.
Captain Magnus? Captain Dawes. Gotta say, not sure I trust you in law. We pirates don't do that. True enough!
Sorry I be late. Ran into a couple of blackguards. Had to teach them a thing or two about manners.
You must be Captain Wolf. Always thought it was strange there was the two.
Ah, just means there's two blades to run you through if you misbehave.
All right, you lot, get to it. We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo-ho! I be Captain Dawes.
And I'm Captain Wolf. Yo-ho! Tonight we got a very special announcement for everyone in the fleet, straight from the Pirate King himself, so listen up.
Damn straight. We ain't in the habit of repeating ourselves. Deep in Dreadfist Cove, in an island that can't be found, Captain Magnus has been working on something that will change the pirate's life for good.
He's got a few things to say, and we got a few things to ask him, so keep watching as we bring you
the Night of Cheers!
trust you all knew better than to go anywhere. Only got a few minutes till the machine behind me gets activated. So, tell us, Captain Magnus, what does it do?
Well, Captain Wolf, as you know, we pirates love to say, yo-ho! Yo-ho! Well, my Euphoria device will increase the number of holes.
Euphoria!
Saying, yo-ho-ho! I
Fucking
don't trust
brilliant!
it. What if it overloads? We could have us saying, yo-ho-ho-ho!
Or yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho?
Well, that's too many O's. I don't want to be saying yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. We're not gonna be saying yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. We're just gonna be saying yo-ho-ho. One more ho, all right? Well, it better work, because one way or not, another tonight, you be the entertainment. Don't you worry. We done appropriate preparations. The test will go plenty well. And then I think we'll need to discuss the terms of respect. How about you tell us all how it all worked? Captain Donaldson, you are funny. Why would I tell you how my device does what it does? If I did that, that'd be the first moment I got a knife in me back. My first mate Mims over there would have done that years ago if he wasn't so fucking hopeless.
Agreed. Although, I've got the device right here. So, it does beg the question, Captain Magnus. What do we need you for?
I thought you might try something like that. That's why I took precautions.
Don't do anything too hasty like that, Jesus. Easy on the merchant.
Shut your mouth, prisoners! You're for trading, not for talking.
Good work, Mr. Mims. I'm glad to see nothing went wrong. Now, where's the other?
Other one.
Yeah. The one who's gonna fuck up your day. Now drop it, you fuck.
I hope for your sake, Captain, that this device works. Because if it doesn't, you'll be in a world of pain trying to fix it.
Press the button, Cole. Let's get these hoes in and grab us some poultry.
You see, that entire line's going to mean something totally different to a modern-day audience.
Stop your brother and press the button, you
Or I will kill you myself and press the button.
All right, I'm doing it already.
That was fun.
There's nothing even here. I can't reach my desk. And I've been a little ill.
Right then. Better get back to the Prime universe then, haven't we? And I think I need to... do this first. Come on. There we go. This resets us.
When no one has turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out. Honestly, I don't see why it's so hard for me to remember.
Fucking heap of shit.
Magnus, the host will be with you shortly.
Not you, sorry.
I have to pause first, don't I? There we go. Professor Dolores Kleins. Was that? Oh, all the wires broke. So there's no more universe hopping. Alright then. A tale of love and jazz.
Thank goodness we're back from the multiverse. A totally original idea here in 1985. Never been done before. But I can't help feeling, given a few decades, everyone will be doing it. Anywho, we've solved this, so don't forget, we care about the audience again. Let's make it a good show. And with that in mind, I've managed to book Smiling Toots Johnson and his Jazz Fandango to play in the studio. If Mohammed can't go to the mountain shall come to Mohammed.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the worrying number... Oh. Hello. Professor Klein. I didn't know you were attending this evening.
Good evening, Dr. Magnus. It was all a bit last minute, I think.
Chester, did you know about this?
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Not you.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Are you not staying, Chester?
Yes. Where are you going, Mr. Mims? Sit down.
Didn't you just...
Professor Klein and I think you have a lot to add.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
This is more like it, yes. Everything's in its place.
You okay, Colin?
Why can't I just be... Glad you're not singing.
Why would I sing?
Who's the mouse?
Bozeman booked her last minute. Also, there's a new script on the autocue and it says you to talk about love.
Who does? Bozeman? Has he lost his fucking mind?
With the nice smiles, Jeremy. Go on, emphasise.
Jeremy Dawson. Professional matchmaker, apparently.
Goodness, I hope we won't be needing one of those.
A matchmaker? God, no. The very thought.
Sorry,
ridiculous.
mate. Bozeman held me up. Did he ask you to...
Cupid here, just relay the message.
I heard that. Well, I think you'd look really good with wings on, actually.
10 seconds.
And a nappy.
That's a look.
8, 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your national nightly news team.
What is happiness? It's a question that has baffled artists and poets since the dawn of time. From primitive caveman, romantically rendering his intended unconscious with a simple stone club, to the jazzmen in their spooky boxes, loosening libidos with each daring...
Bozeman, we don't need your running commentary as well.
Tapping their toes to the crazy rhythms of the mysterious night in an effort to unwrap her most intimate secrets. Who wrote this?
Bozeman, apparently.
You having a midlife crisis?
And yet she eludes us, this fragile happiness that flits from heart to heart, staying only as a guest until, of course, we are found by our true love and our heart starts to beat in syncopation with another.
For when we are in love, every moment is happy, every sound a melody, every face is radiant, beautiful and engrossing as an alley cat.
And when they find the first word ever scrawled to the cave walls in the flickering light of that primitive flame, you can bet your soul that that word would be love.
Or even jazz.
So don't move that dial, stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you
The Night of Love.
You know, Winston, we've reached the end of our journey. There have been ups, there have been downs, but in the end, we've come through it a little older and a little wiser. And I, like you, am looking forward to going home. So let's make it a good one.
Okay, how is this going to make him not activate the time loop exactly?
Welcome back. Not long now until we take a trip to Planet Bliss. So let's meet the interplanetary cat who will be our cosmic tour guide, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Good evening.
And with you, you have today...
Chester Mims, 24.
This is Professor Dolores Klein. She works in the Department of Emotional Resonance and has been responsible for fine-tuning the crystal molecules at the heart of the emitter.
Goodness, that sounds like such an important job, Doctor.
Professor Klein.
So sorry, of course, Professor
Please
Klein.
call me Dolores. Professor Klein sounds like my grandfather.
Surely not the Professor Klein, inventor of the word.
Yes, that's him.
My goodness, what a contribution to history. At least until Florence came along and stole your thunder.
Please don't use the F word in front of Professor Klein.
Yes, she finds it very upsetting.
But I didn't use the F word, I just said Florence.
Will you stop saying that?
What, Florence?
Oh, those things cost us everything we had. My grandfather died destitute, crushed under a crate of his favourite worms he was trying to get down from the top shelf to polish.
Now, do you see what you've done? I've a good mind to cancel this experiment and walk off the show.
Doctor,
No,
Yes, hurrah!
you all worked too hard for too long. I will control my unmanageable rage. I apologize for my outburst, Mr. Donaldson.
That really wasn't an outburst.
Never apologize for your passion, Dolores. It's what makes you so impeccable at your job. might even say.
You say the nicest things, Charles.
So when the device is switched on, will we all experience love?
Oh, crimes, no. That would be catastrophic. People in love are mentally ill. They shouldn't be allowed to fly aeroplanes or perform sensitive tasks. No, our device will simply bring about a sense of contentment.
Love can be terribly painful.
Yes. Best avoid it.
There's enough subtext there to fill a poetry book, but apparently we are going to lift the needle from the grooves of the record of love and take a trip downriver to the white waters of Advanced HQ for the sounds and stylings of the country's most powerful couple. I am guessing that means we're talking to the Prime Ministers. So.
Who, just to be clear, are in no way romantically involved.
Well, that's probably a good thing. There's no place for romance in the workplace, after all.
Can't say I disagree.
Makes
Owen, he made me promise. I think you do anything. What if...
So have I. That's what I've heard too.
Let's go to that message now.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Advanced, Julia and I just wanted to wish all of you the very best of luck with tonight's groundbreaking experiment.
When this project landed on my desk, I just knew it deserved to be funded. After all, what could possibly be better than increased happiness?
And now, here's a little something what I wrote earlier, especially for tonight. It's a love poem, which I want to dedicate to everyone at the Happiness Project and, of course, Mrs. C.
So it's a big well done from us to Dr. Magnus and the entire team at the Happiness Collective. And now here's Peter and his poem, if you're quite sure.
Absolutely, I spent all afternoon on this. I'm nervous. I'm not much of a poet, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you okay?
Come on, Clement, stop fuck-arsing around and let's get the gimlets smiling. True love don't come along every day. So when it does, you should make hay. If that man gets you dripping, say yes to the whipping, as his famous old Mal used to say.
Okay. Good luck, everybody. Back to the studio.
Prime Minister's there, and of course, without the assets and wealth funding you received.
We'd still be making prototypes out of hope.
And you are Chester.
Chester Mims, 24. I'm attracted to badgers, some shelving units, and women between the ages of 22 and 51.
You're going to press the button, are you?
Oh, I rather think the three of us should push it. Don't you, Professor Klein? Why don't you, put your hand on top of mine?
Yes, of course.
That's right. And Dr. Magnus, why don't you put your hand on Professor Klein's? That's right.
Go on, man, tell her. This is what we've been waiting for.
Right, Charles.
I feel a bit dizzy, if I'm honest.
Do you need to sit down?
No. No, I think I need to say something. Something I should have said a long time ago.
Well, perhaps you should say it during the break, Dr. Magnus.
Keep out of it, Donaldson.
No, you're right. How silly of me. What was I thinking?
Okay, I think we're going to get a counter on the screen there. We're going in 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, Dr. Magnus.
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Fuck's sake.
Well, Winston, I'm sorry. We've exhausted each and every one of my ideas. We even traversed through multiple parallel universes, and we still couldn't solve this thing. I suppose we'll just have to get used to this tortured existence, trapped in time. You might find it amusing to make my channel into a zoo, but I am in no mood. Call Dolores again. We just did that, Alex. It was close, but no fandango, I'm afraid.
Combine them, you dunce.
Oh, I see. Throw everything together and maybe the chaos will push Magnus and Dolores together? Well, it's worth a shot, I suppose. Go for it, Winston. Make it happen.
All good things.
Right, could you all gather on set, please?
Jenny, what's going on? Oh, hello, Robert.
Jeremy, Miss Wolf, assembled guests.
All right there, Bobby.
Good evening, Mr. Algebra. I've gathered you all here to help me with a televisual experiment.
Why us?
You were available.
I'm between shoots.
I have a book to promote.
Whereas I've been up since 5 yelling at my staff at my capital restaurant, but I'm here too because I'm not fucking lazy.
I'm just here to break hearts and sell garden furniture.
Could we all please just focus?
Sorry, Bobster.
Tonight's television program is entitled The Night of Smiles, ostensibly because we're testing the Euphoria device. But this is a ruse. There is but one aim and one aim alone for tonight's program.
Ratings.
No. Love.
Oh, how gorgeous.
2 of tonight's guests, namely Dr. Dolores Klein and Dr. Charles Magnus, have fostered a deep, unspoken love for each other through many years of tedious scientific research. Yet neither has had the courage to speak of their affections.
Divine. Isn't a film like this one?
Oh, was that The Love That Couldn't Sing?
Oh, you've seen it?
I've watched everything you've ever made, usually with my trousers off.
I'm sorry, Robert, but we've been planning this show for weeks, and surely the experiment takes
Fuck
priority
the
here.
experiment! You have no idea what you're talking about. I've seen more versions of this than I care to remember, and I know more about the next 10 minutes than the greatest minds in history. Just get the 2 fucking scientists together, and I will buy you all fucking houses. Understood? Is that understood?
Yes.
Good. Try not to be too obvious about it, Alan.
Why is he picking on me? You've just got all those faces.
Oh, and don't mention flowers.
Crazy Neil never mentions flowers. We've still got 6 containers of worms to shift. Oh, well, they'll never sell. Everyone's using flowers these days. More stable at the knuckle joint.
You never forget your first glass. Great for basting and for throwing at your kitchen staff.
The third Mrs. Neil kept one in the bedside drawer.
Oh, sweetie, we all do that.
I literally just told you not to talk about fucking flowers. Jenny, get the scientists. Let's get this started up again.
What did he mean again?
I'd explain, but you'd think I was weird.
TV resent being a matchmaker.
So don't then. This is my wheelhouse. Definitely leave it to someone with an EQ.
You're replacing one day, you know.
Oh, they're so silly. You're irreplaceable.
Even so, you will. You're the best I've ever seen.
Thank you. Okay, if we could clear the sofa, please.
That's my chair, Jeff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right you are. Room for one? Right, yes. Sorry. No, of course, you're not in the staff room now, Jeff.
I think there's room here.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'll just budge up a bit.
Room for me on the end here, probably.
Sorry, excuse me.
Just a bit of a squash.
Would you rather I stood?
No, you're fine, Charles.
Remember, everybody,
L-O-V-E.
10 seconds, everybody.
They're scientists. They can spell, you doofnut.
5, 4,
Right.
3.
I've done everything I can, Winston. The rest is up to you.
I'm Jeremy.
Have a great
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and you are here with us.
I'm sorry.
You seem to be perspiring rather a lot.
My heart has experienced a mild acceleration, I think.
Oh, let me check.
Is this a good time to mention my new book?
We haven't even got to the opening titles yet, Alan.
What are you going to keep that book on, friend?
Oh, God, not you as well.
You want to buy a shelf? We got all sizes, and crazy prices. Let's have a look at that book, friend. Yeah, it's here. And this.
What is that? You, come here. Come here. What is that? Do you know?
Nah, too crazy for me.
You're a maths guy. What are
What?
They wanted the dimension in
They're inches, aren't they?
Your heart rate is extremely fast. Are you all right, Charles?
I feel as if an eruption is building inside me, if I'm honest, Dolores.
What VEI?
Oh, as much as 7, I'd say.
Do you mean millimeters, Alan?
What?
Do you mean millimeters?
Oh, I see what's happened there.
fucking useless?
My book!
Oh, shit.
Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I just
God, he just
needed a bit
sense
of
of swears.
Yes, yes, I'm feeling a bit better now.
Oh, please watch out for my tiny book.
Doctor, are you quite all right?
Yes, I think it's just a little anxiety.
Oh.
From me? I'm so sorry, Charles. You're probably allergic to my perfume.
No, it's not you. You smell like a puppy on a fresh spring morning or an orchard in bloom. It's not you, Dolores. It's probably just the experiment.
You know, it's times like these you could really use a flard.
Fucking algebra.
There it is. Sorry, probably my accent. I said, it's at times like these you could really use a flard.
Oh, fuck's sake! What's fucking wrong with you?
What? Look, what is your problem with flards anyway?
Floods destroy my family.
Ah, wash my hands!
Oh, Charles, you saved me.
And I always will, Dolores, if you let me. I love you, Dolores. Even if it did take a mild workplace accident to enable me to say it.
Yeah, you're kind of just sitting on me now.
At last!
I'm so sorry.
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 Just roll the opening titles.
Well, Winston, this menagerie of chaos you've come up with better be worth it. Of course, it goes without saying that if we do break out of the loop this time, we'll go home to our respective families, carry on as normal, and never speak of this again. Wouldn't want to have any confusing references or continuity breaks in the future.
Yeah. Certainly not.
Welcome back to the Night of Smiles. The machine behind us will make you all happier. Believe it? Neither do I. But let's press the button anyway and see what happens.
Wow, yes, let's do that. I think we can get a counter on the screen here. There it is, and we're going in 10, 9, come on everyone, 8,
Come on, Magnus. Come on, Magnus.
4, 3, 2, 8.
Dr. Magnus?
I'm sorry, Chester. I'm sorry, everyone. The experiment cannot proceed.
Thank God.
What are you talking about, old boy?
Ah, don't worry about it. I've been a fraud for years. My real name's just Neil.
This device is a fraud. A paper tiger.
No, Dr. Magnus, we've attuned everything.
It doesn't matter. We don't need a machine to bring us happiness any more than we would want someone to eat for us or laugh for us. We don't need a euphoria device. Happiness is everywhere, already, and it's different for everyone. For me, it's how I feel when I look into Dr. Klein's eyes. And at a meticulous research. But for you, it might be a particular view at sunset, or the darkness of a theater just before a play is about to begin, or your mother's cooking, or all of these things, or a million other things. We don't need anything to make us happy. We just have to go out and grasp it. Just inhibit the machine.
Yes, Dr. Magnus. Machine inhibited. Suppose we can all go home.
So there you have it. If you want happiness, go out and get it.
So what now? We're going to the CFL?
Really? Okay, if you say so. We apologise for the change in tonight's schedule, which was mainly caused by, well, by love, I suppose.
The universe is probably safer, and our boss owns us a house. So, all in all, a good evening.
But it's about to get even better as we have a treat in store. It's all the highlights from today's semi-finals of the Feline Football Championships. So let's go to that now.
Jolly good show there, Alex. Jolly good. I'll see you tomorrow, when we can get back to the real news.
Yes, the real news. Right, and that wraps up the final episode of Not for Broadcast. Hell of a game this has been. Really great. Recommend getting it yourself and looking at all the other endings for the base game and the expansions as well. This Timeloop thing was fucking brilliant. So, thank you so much for watching. Good night out there, whatever you are. And thank you for tuning in to the National Nightly News.
You join me for the CFL Championship Cup semi-finals. The Fluffers versus the Meows. 7 minutes on the clock. The Duke with the first goal of the game, a flick of the tail nonchalantly into the net. As you can see, Duchess in support. Any part of the ball crossed the line, it's a goal. All getting lively in the semi-final now. You can see Tiddles has a go at Cuthbert, knowing he's going to get that reaction. He gets exactly what he wanted. Paw to the face. It's an early red card. They're down to 3 caps in a semi-final. The returning Cuthbert makes no difference here. Top scorer for the Fluffers this season, Duke. Rear hind finish from the halfway line. Absolutely blinding. There's a clear instruction here at half-time from Monty Fortune. Get out there, lay the law back down to them, boys. Do not let them get away with this. Fight, fight, fight. The Duchess has a go at Cuthbert. And as you see, he slinks off to the on-field vet. He's going to need stitches. Last action of this semi-final. Unbelievable finish. Here he goes, rear high. Push, there he goes. It's unbelievable. Off the post and in. It's 3-0. It's game over. And in the words of Monty Fortune, true master trouncing.